All right, Jared, Joe, start with Coach Canham. When you're ready, go right ahead.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Gentlemen, good to see you.
Good to see you. Have you seen that kind of power out of Jacob in practice that we haven't seen? Three bombs is pretty big.
Yeah, he's guys don't want to miss his batting practice, and he's strong. He's bats whippy through the zone. You know, it's the deal is trying to get it consistent and trying to match that timing up in the game as well. I think everyone's been excited and waiting to see when that animal is gonna get released out of the cage and go to work like that. But I mean, really, you look at the last 2 days, and he had a softer hit single, and other than that, it felt like his last 9 at bats have all been, if you talk about exit velocity, everything's been 105 to 110 off the bat. I mean, it was a laser show yesterday, and today he just got a little bit of air underneath it and put those things over in the railroad track. So, gosh, that's fun to watch. It's also like, you don't know if you want to be out there when the ball is coming a million miles an hour at you, but excited that it's clicking. He's confident. And the way he's going to work, I mean, it's contagious. So the guys around him are excited for him because he's a wonderful human being and he works his tail off. And so you can just see, it's almost like he's walking a little bit taller because he believes in himself and his work's paying off.
And I think you talked about it after the BYU series, maybe kind of aside from the power, which obviously we saw tonight, the versatility he has to play outfield, to play first. He runs well. He's obviously not just a power bat. Seems like he is kind of playing the whole game.
Yeah, there's he tracks down a ball in the outfield. He gets moving pretty quick. It's fun because most guys, when you look at him, you don't think he can run, especially if he's standing over at first base. But he's very mobile. You see him on, if he puts a ball on the ground in the infield, he's getting down the line. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense to get it and get rid of it. And even then, he's got a real good shot of being safe. So the fact that he's got wheels and he's got real power, he hits from the left side, and he can play any 3 of the spots in the outfield and first base. Just a special talent that we're all very fortunate to have him run around out there. And the guys, like I said, the guys love him. Whether it's on the baseball field or on the river fishing, he's a great dude to be around.
Did you recruit him, or was he already coming into the fold before you got hired?
No, he was coming in here. Gippy, I believe Coach Gibson recruited him to Lynn Benton prior to. So even when I got here, Gip's always been telling me, he's like, wait till you see this guy really, really play. And so now, getting some consistent playing time, it's really starting to pay off. He had a few setbacks in last year's shortened season. Obviously, didn't allow him to get comfortable and get into a rhythm. And I think that was difficult on everybody. And once you saw, the more he's getting out in the field, man, it's just like every day he's getting better and better. But he I don't know. I can't help but when he walks to the plate, I have put a big smile on my face. Just his mannerism, his posture. He wants it really bad, and based on not just his tools but his personality, you can see this kid playing for a very long time.
You talked last night about kind of how unhappy you were with the execution of the small details. Were you happier tonight with at least at the plate wise?
I think offensively, yeah, we did a lot of great things, put up runs. I mean, even late in the game, Joe Casey laying down a bunt, essentially to move the runners and get some additional runs, but laying down a peach and loading up the bases. Guys going first to third on the base pass. It just, like, they were very present in each of their at bats. I'd say a vast majority of the guys really put together a solid day at the plate. Still on the pitching side, walks, hit batters, wild pitches, stolen bases. At one point, several bunts they laid down. one, we were too aggressive in one instance, and the other one, we were too passive, and we're both staring at it. Now we end up getting an out, but again, it's the process in which we go about it that I'm concerned about, not necessarily always the result. So.
Nice to see Kevin get some run support there. I know he's had a few outings where he kind of had to grind it out to keep it close.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, there was a lot of talk early on about where's the offense at, what's going on, and I think the important thing that we're not going to let that influence like our day to day, because we know how special our offense is and can be. We know how special our pitching is and can be. So it's when you put all that stuff together, it's a very special ball club, and that's where we want to be. Eventually being consistent with everything that we do, especially when we hit that postseason. But I think it's an opportunity. If you look back on those circumstances, if we weren't scoring runs for Kevin, it was great because none of the position players felt like they were getting pressured on them and they needed to get something going. They just kept plugging away, putting in the work. And now, for Kevin, hey, he needs to learn how to continue to have shutdown innings. And doesn't matter if we score 1 or 10, he needs to go out there every day, just like all the pitchers, and pitch like it's a tie ball game and go out there and dominate. And same thing for our hitters. It doesn't matter if we're up, down, or even, it's about going up there and having an extremely competitive at bat, go win the at bat, go win each at bat every day. And how many times can you win? Not just at the end of the day, wins and losses. I mean, yeah, you want to win, but I want these guys to go out there and win every chance they get to compete.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thanks, Mitch.
We'll hear from you.
All right, guys. Go ahead for Jacob.
Hey, Jacob, you remember the last time you hit three bombs in a game?
It's actually my first time. So it's really, really a special thing to do it here at Oregon State. Put in a lot of work in the off season to put myself in a position to be able to do that. And it was really cool to see it pay off tonight.
This streak you're on the last, 5 or 6 games or so. I mean, you're locked in. What led to this? Did you see this coming? What kind of spurred it on?
Yeah, so I actually made some small adjustments. I felt pretty comfortable all season in the box, but got a hitting cue from Darwin, and it's really changed the way that I'm approaching my bats, and I've been seeing the ball really well the last week and a half or so.
What was the advice? What was the cue?
It was actually just getting going earlier. I felt at times I was getting rushed to deliver the barrel early on in the season, and this new adjustments let me start on time, and I'm getting down in a really good spot.
I mean, obviously, the huge night for you, but you guys bat around in the 5th and the 7th and just have a really big team night. How much fun is it to be down there on a night like this?
Oh, it's amazing. Feeding off the energy from all the other guys is I can't really put it into words. It's something special for sure. Nights like this are few and far between for the most part, but being part of them is really fun. It's a great team experience.
That bat flip for the second one, where does that rank on your bat flip Hall of Fame?
Oh, that's up there. I think that might be number 1, to be honest with you.
That just kind of, you hit a grand slam. It just kind of came out. Just couldn't help yourself.
Yeah. Going into that at bat, I was just looking for a pitch to hit, obviously, but we didn't really have any numbers on the guys, so I was just kind of trying to get a fastball up in the zone, something I knew I could handle, and that's what I ended up getting.
What was the reaction when you get back to the dugout after that grand slam?
Oh, we were all excited. It was really cool. Already had a little bit of a lead there, but the extra cushion never hurts. Giving the run support for our pitchers is a really big thing too. They can go out there and do their job, and it was just cool. It's exciting. Getting to see everybody work. It's a lot of fun.
When you go up to bat in I think it was in the 8th and you had already hit 2, are you looking for a pitch to try to hit another, or are you just looking for a solid at bat?
Nope, honestly, just looking for another solid at bat. Just in that instance, just looking for something I could handle. Was really sitting on a fastball there, and that's what I ended up getting.
Mitch seemed like he wasn't super thrilled with the execution after last night's game. I mean, how much of that message do you guys take into this, and how much of what happened tonight was a result of that?
Right, a lot of it. I think we take the results of every game to heart, especially games that we end up having pretty close. But every game there's something you can learn from, and we as a team try our best to make note of that and execute better or make adjustments the following night.
Did anybody get you that third home run ball back?
No, I didn't get that one back, but that'd been pretty cool.
Dan made a nice catch on one of them, barehanded grab from the top. That was slick.
Yeah, I saw the video of that after. I thought it was pretty cool too.
Hey, Jacob, could you just guide us through your route to Corvallis? I know the stop at Lynn Benton, obviously. How did you had such a good high school career? How did you end up going there and then kind of, detouring before you got here?
Yeah, so I ended up at Lynn Benton after my 4 years at South Medford. I think part of that is Southern Oregon really gets overlooked in a lot of sports, honestly, but baseball for sure. There's a lot of good talent down there, a lot of good players, and without going to the showcases and stuff, I think it's really hard to get seen just in that part of the state, just because all the cities are a lot smaller and stuff. But ended up getting seen by Ryan Gibson and going to Lynn Benton, and just that connection with him is what really helped me get me over here.
Does it feel, and then, I mean, 2 years ago you're swinging a wood bat and then in the NWAC, and now you're hitting, I mean, damn near 500 in Pac-12 play. Does it feel like it's all happened really fast?
Yeah, extremely fast. It's kind of crazy to see how this season's turned out so far. I don't think in my wildest dreams I would have figured that it would have turned out like this so far, but it's not really a product of chance. I put in a lot of work in the off season and made a lot of adjustments from last year and really changed myself as a person and as a player.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jacob. Awesome.
Appreciate it, Jacob. Thanks.
Night, guys.
You think?
Thanks.